text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you
Yep,
know.
yep.
205-964-5243. Now you know.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. So June 13th. On my friend's birthday, good friend of mine. What's up, yo? Hope you're having a great birthday. But we're here talking about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit does not matter. Low risk, high reward. Today's topic, more of a frequently asked question by sellers, potential motivated sellers. How does this work? So we'll get into that later in this particular live stream. So if you text the word Gator,
other side.
There you go. You text the word Gator, you can get pushed to the front of the line, get your questions answered directly from me, of course. But you basically having your own seminar at that point. So text the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. We'll get you going. The paperwork, this is your superpower, makes it all work, right? You got a seller, you got a buyer. It's all about the paperwork. That's how you get paid. This contract, text the word contract. If you want to use the same contract I've been using since 2003, just text this word there, and the world is yours. Text the word contract to 205-964-5243. In this video, I'll show you how to access it for free as much as you want. Also, how to fill it out for sellers and for buyers, and how to get it signed electronically. Want to partner on some deals? We would love to do that with you. 5050 is the number to text. 5050 is the number to text. Most people fail in this business because they don't ever figure out what makes a great deal or not. And that's everything in real estate, being able to identify a great deal. So text the word, text the letters GD to this number, GD. Now I have I think it's over 900 videos if we include the YouTube shorts. So it can be a little challenging because everything you need is there, but it's not in any certain order. Until now, we do have an order of videos, about 9 of them. It's a total of about 20 in the whole playlist, but the first 9 somewhat gives you an order of the process to give you a good foundation where you can then tap into the rest of my YouTube channel to make this happen by studying the content there. But it's literally all there. So text VIP if you want to access that step-by-step playlist based on the YouTube channel. Text VIP to the number. Boom. All right. So that's enough for right now. Let's see what else we got here. What we got, ladies? What's happening?
All right, let's start on YouTube. We saw this already before we actually went live, but I'm gonna ask it on air just in case he didn't see it. This one came from Joseph Wilson. He said, "Hello, can you lock up multiple deals with the same cash buyer at the same time?"
Oh, most definitely. Yes, you can. That's a beautiful thing when that happens. We're hopefully getting maximum price, but pigs get fed, hogs get, slaughtered. That means don't be greedy. But yeah, that's a good thing. You can definitely do that to answer the question.
All right, this one came from Michael Torres. He said, "Do you know any wholesalers in Connecticut?"
Do I personally know any wholesalers in Connecticut? No, but that's just a one person away probably. So if you got some deals there, I think we can make it happen if it's in one of the larger markets for us houses with land. Doesn't matter, as long as it makes sense for the area.
All right, everyone's saying hello.
Hello to you all.
This
Like
one's
but I was this close to saying, just got too much going on. This ain't gonna happen today. Or this close, but we're here.
this person said they need help with comps.
They need help with comps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
What do they mean?
Yeah, like what part of the comps do you not understand?
Oh, yeah. Well, a couple things. You could do it yourself by texting ARV to this number. That video will explain for free, but if you want us to actually do it, then text the word, the letters, that's not a word, I don't think, fuck. FUP to the number. And that'll explain how we will work with you on that.
Okay. Yeah. This one says, do you have any recommendations for the best dialer to cold call, tools, or batch dialer?
Text the word dialer and that'll answer your question.
All right. This one came from Facebook. They said they're trying to order the book. Where do they go?
You can go to flipman.net. You should see that behind me. Or you can go to flipmasterclass.com. But flipman.net will be easy. Flipman.net.
All right. D. Lacey, I don't see your question. I guess, I don't know, is this you asking how to find motivated sellers, or I don't see a question up here, so you should ask it again. This one came from Solomon. He said, hello, Flip Boss. I'm looking for deals to flip in Houston and surrounding areas. If you have some or someone has deals, please send them my way. This one came from Kedrick Riggins on Facebook. They said, what are all the things you have to factor in when dealing with commercial property, especially when you can't base it off of an average in residential when it's a commercial property?
Well, first, what type of commercial property?
Yeah.
First thing. But most of them are going, not more well. You're going to normally need to know, number one, what type it is, because it differs. Not just like houses are just houses. You may have condos, townhouses, and stuff like that, but for the most part, they all fall in line, compare likes to like. And you can do some of that with commercial, but most of the time, a lot of investors like to look at the income that it can produce and or is producing, right? So that's what it's all based on. So if it's just vacant, then now some properties already have a specific use, and it's going to be, it makes it a little more difficult to change it into something else.
He says convenience stores.
Oh, and those are tough. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's going on around it? You know, is it a convenience store and it has a Taco Bell across the street, McDonald's, Walgreens, or it's just a convenience store and ain't nothing else around it but other vacant properties? All that factors in. You find stuff like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Those are difficult. So it just depends on what retail activity is going around it or whatever. So yeah, you may have a different idea of what it could be used for and can promote it that way, but now you got to convince other people to see what you're seeing. But when it's already in a strong retail area, then it makes it a lot easier to do a deal that way. I'll make it more attractive. Of course, the price matters or whatever. So it's just like houses. A lot of owners, commercial, will be in la land, just like in houses. They'll want extremely too much, you know. But the more difficult thing with commercial is it's hard to determine a lot of times, are they asking too much? If you don't
Instagram
have
says speaking to the mic more.
What's the color? So Instagram is black. Okay. Gigolows. Get along to Mhm. Is that better Instagram? I'm here. I am here. I am here. I am here. Yeah, so I'd have to know more about it, man. Just it's too vast. Too many factors go into it.
All right.
But it's a lot of information out there, you know.
So this one came from Sabak. They said they're still waiting for their comp. What are they?
I got you. I got you coming. 24 hours ain't up yet, I don't believe. I got you coming. Right after I finish this.
Y'all be thinking him have like just one thing to do. Like he coming.
That's fine. I ain't
Patience.
tripping. I got you. I got you.
Patience. Let's see. This
I
one
meant to
says.
do it loud, but it just simply slipped my mind or whatever. So
They about to be on every platform.
Oh, actually, let's go to this one. It says, "How do I find motivated sellers?"
how do you find motivated sellers?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's all about first targeting. We're trying to keep these short. Targeting people that own real estate, right? So there are a lot of different methods to target people that own real estate: direct mail, cold calling, text messaging, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, driving for dollars. That could be expensive. What else am I missing? Co-wholesaling, real estate agents. You know, a lot of different ways to target people that own real estate. That's the first objective, right? Whether it's on market or off market. From there, just the numbers are gonna play out. Which one of them are motivated? How many of those are gonna be motivated? So, well, number one, after you target them, depending on how you're doing it, number one, do they want to sell? So now we got that group, the ones that do want to sell. Then it gets to how many of those are going to be motivated to sell cheap. Point being, you need to be marketing your butt off to generate a lot of leads because it's going to take that to get to the ones that are motivated.
Okay. This one says, "How about wholesaling in Louisville, Kentucky?" I think that's a great market. That's a good market.
Louisville, Kentucky, yes. You know, Birmingham and Louisville going to be similar in size and stuff. So yeah, it's good.
Well, you just kind of answered this one. They said, "What are sites to find private sellers?"
Private sellers? Well, yeah, I sort of just answered that one. Yeah.
Let's see. You just answered that. This person wanted to know, D. Lacey, why don't you teach people how to keep their property instead of selling?
Who?
You.
Well, you know, I can't teach everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See what, and I'm assuming they mean people that when you find a deal, you keep it.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that.
Yeah.
But you know what? It takes money to do that.
And sometimes they don't got it.
Sometimes. A lot of times. Sometimes. See, you have to understand the audience that I'm reaching. I take it from the standpoint when I got involved in real estate. That's the standpoint that most of my content comes from. Dead broke and didn't know anything about it. Now, it ain't everybody that's listening. The person that made that comment may have the money, the resource, and or the money and or credit to keep properties. There's plenty of content out there for that. Plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty. But I take it from the standpoint of people that don't have the money or the credit to do that. One of the ways to be able to fix that, have the money and to change the credit situation, if that is a situation, is to wholesale it, because it allows you to make a significant amount of money to be able to make those decisions at that point. Plus, with wholesaling, whether you have the cash or credit anyway, it allows you to, number one, learn how to find great real estate deals. You won't ever lose that no matter what else you go into as far as real estate. So whether you have the money or credit or not, I think it's one of the better ways to start because it teaches you the business of finding great real estate deals, because that's where it all starts and stops. Whether you want to hold on to them or you want to flip them. It all starts with, can you identify and find great real estate deals? Wholesaling is going to teach you that. If it doesn't teach you anything else.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know why people do you like that, because that's like going to a Chinese restaurant and being like, why y'all don't have quesadillas? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just don't.
Yeah, it's a niche.
But it's other people out there who do that.
Yeah, there's tons of information out there to teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's not, I don't come out that I'm frowning on any other methods. I'm talking to the audience that most of my content is about. or whatever. Like I said, I take it from the standpoint that they don't have the money, they don't have the credit. Now, again, it's not everybody that's listening, but even the ones that do have the money and the credit, I still think it's a good starting point if you've never done anything in real estate, because it teaches you the basics of, number one, identifying and finding great real estate deals. The world is yours. You can do that.
All right. This is the first question on TikTok. Is it a good time to wholesale due to the market being so high?
Say that again.
I said, is it a good time for wholesaling due to the market being so high? That's on TikTok.
Wait a minute. Somebody stole it. Trying to steal it. Okay, what was it? Say that again, Ken. I hate I read that.
That's why you
throw this hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Run the whole show. Somebody offer this cat that more money. Anyway.
Is it a good time for wholesaling due to the market being so high?
Yeah. Yes.
Why?
Why or why not?
People still die. People still get divorced. People still lose their jobs and income. Tired landlords. It's life. No matter what the real estate is selling for. Life is what dictates the motivation to sell cheap. People do, we all do some stuff that puts us in positions to make decisions to move things fast.
Why are you looking up at this guy?
I want to try to think about how I want to phrase that. My initial thought to say something else.
All right. This is also on TikTok. My first flip was great. I need some more investors. Do you buy contracts from others?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right here. Boom.
All right. This is on Instagram. What do you do when multiple wholesalers have approached your leads?
That's a good thing. Hopefully you can network with them, and if they don't, help you move that particular deal, maybe something down the road. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's activity.
All right, back on TikTok. Where can I study or what to study when it comes to wholesaling?
They said what now?
They said, where can I study or what to study?
For wholesaling? Oh, the good starting point is right here. Text the letters VIP to the number.
All right, this one came from Nakia Windsor on YouTube. They said, how do I go about wholesaling duplexes or abandoned hotels and apartments? That's interesting. Abandoned hotels.
They said what now?
I know you ain't heard it.
I heard about the hotel.
How do you go about wholesaling duplexes or abandoned hotels and apartments?
Those are the extreme ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
A duplex,
yeah,
or what I'm saying, a duplex is just 2 units. That's not considered commercial real estate, right? Those 5 units or more, as far as multifamily is considered commercial, but duplexes is more similar to wholesaling a house. A hotel is a whole different ball game. Is it operational? First, if it is operational, so now we need to collect, if they want to sell, obviously a price, and then you want to collect the income the property is producing. That's what it's going to boil down to. Condition will matter, location, all that stuff will matter also. But now you want to get into the numbers to justify what they're trying to sell it for based on what it's actually produced. Now, if it's vacant, then that's a whole nother ball game. Now you have to know the numbers of what you can rent rooms for, or whatever they call it in the hotel. But I think it's get a room in that area. You just have to do numbers in the obvious condition, what it's cost to renovate. Is that the best use at its current condition? It may be better suited to be renovated into something else. So all of that will factor in.
Okay. This one came from Jermaine Daniels. He said, hey, Footman, just checking in. I have a quick question. I'm trying to get the water shut off list for my town. Would that list be in my town hall? People who have their water shut off.
All right. Well, yeah, that's going to depend. Number one, who like in Birmingham, yeah, the Birmingham Water Works. Is that public or is that privately held?
I don't know. That is a good question.
I know some folks went to jail behind that. Your boy went to jail behind that.
Who?
One of the people, if I'm not mistaken, one of the 6th Street Baptist Church bombing.
Oh, the parents.
Yeah, one of the parents. He went to mess around with that water board. They stealing money.
Mm-hmm.
My memory,
I remember when that was a big deal.
But
yeah,
I think he's one of the ones got jammed up in there.
Not them.
So I think that was here's public. In some markets, it may be private. So it just depends. But I think here it's public. So I don't know if they'll give you. I don't know. I used to go down there all the time because the procedure that they would take you through to get a title done, you have to go down there and they had to do that thing. It may take them 2 or 3 weeks, but I would go down there and just be a pest or whatever, because it would take them too long if you didn't push them. So I wish I would have. I had this one girl I would go down there and see, and she would just push it through for me.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had her number. She would probably tell me if there was such thing. So I don't know. You just have to, number one, who provides the water in your market? Call them.
Call them and ask them.
And call them and ask them. Is that public information?
Yeah. Is it Googleable? Okay.
Who is just in type of the whole thing?
Oh, Siri.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is asking, is Tulsa, Oklahoma a good market to wholesale?
Yeah, Tulsa's a decent sized city, so most
Yeah.
definitely. If you all notice the pattern here is population. When you ask that question, I'm always gonna say yes. If Tulsa is probably, it may be 1 million. Let me see. Because I not be one.
I have an aunt. I know she stays there.
Really? Yeah, it's 1 million. Birmingham and Tulsa about the same size. Yeah, so, yeah, almost definitely.
All right, this one says, I'm concerned about getting the cash buyer not to steal my deal. How do you avoid this from happening?
Really? No. Whoa.
What song is that?
I know it's gonna kill you.
It does. He be singing all the time, but he started in a place where don't nobody know what he's singing.
I don't know the lyrics.
And then he don't never say what the song is.
Contract. Takes the word contract. It's all about your paperwork. That's what's supposed to prevent them from stealing your deal. That means if a cash buyer steals your deal, that means in Jessica's words, you have to have 2 shady people involved. And normally, most people are reasonable. They know they signed something with you. They're going to normally, give you an opportunity to close on it. It's possible, but if you want to take the additional step and do the memorandum of contract, then so be it. Whatever.
All right.
Look up gigolos. Get lonely too.
Not gigolos. That sounds like a Shy House song.
And you'll be amazed who wrote that song.
Oh Lord. Somebody in the comments.
Oh, they already know.
Yeah.
I know I got some folks in the comments already know. They know who sung it. They know who wrote it. When you hear it, you'll know who wrote it or whatever, even though he's not performing it.
Okay. All right, same question. Is Memphis a good place? Yes.
Almost definitely.
Let's see.
Making easy money in style.
This person, they were just commenting on like the question earlier about you teaching people how to keep their houses, and she said, I'm sure people have different reasons for selling, including financial. If he does that,
she mean in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if he does that, someone else would be teaching people or how to sell cars. People how not to sell their cars. Yeah, that's true.
She means in not you buying it as an investor. She means teaching the person that you're targeting to keep their house.
Yeah.
That's what she means.
That's what they meant, yeah, when they asked the question.
You knew that you knew that?
Yeah.
I thought they meant like why always tell them the wholesaler why not to keep it. That's what I meant. That's why I went off like that. She's saying the seller, why not you teach them?
Yeah, how to keep their house. That go against your whole business. You wouldn't be making any money. That's why this person said, yeah, that's why this person said if he does that, then someone will be teaching people how not to sell their cars. People gonna do that anyway, you know. People sell shit.
Yeah, explain the reasons why people sell their properties cheap. Explain it that way. I think they don't understand why.
Oh, they know what.
I think what they're. I'm trying to just formulate everything before I say so. I think they feel like we're taking advantage of people. That's where it's coming off.
Yeah, that's
right. Okay, so this is the United States of America. And we operate in a capitalistic society, right? Whatever you think about it. It's mighty funny. A lot of people try to come here for whatever reason, right? And I'm sure that I could have, over the years, people have had situations that I probably could have given them a different situation. I'm sure of that, right? No, I'm gonna go there. And so I ain't.
go there.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do this if that's what you feel about it. You might, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't babysit. If somebody wants to sell something to me at a discount, and I know I can make some money on it, I'm gonna do it. So if let's take houses out of the equation, like you just said. If somebody was going to sell, I don't know what that person is into or something or whatever. But if I'll get it down. This is a female.
The who asked that question?
Yeah,
it was a man.
It was a man. Okay, so let me see.
I got a scenario.
Huh?
You could do like, okay, you could talk about how.
Oh no, I'll give you a better example. Okay. Gas is, I don't know where you at. We'll just use $5 as a number, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You should do food.
If you can get it at $4, if the guy in the store told you could get it at $4, would you do it? Even though you know he's probably losing money?
Say again.
Gas is $5 a gallon.
Right.
But you can get it at $4.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason. Yeah. Are you going to do it? Or you going to say, no, I know you're losing money on this. Yeah. I ain't going to do it.
I'm going to go ahead and pay this $5.
I'm going to pay this $5 because I know you ain't do it.
They gonna be like, no.
They're going to probably say no because that's a bit no. It's still somebody got to feed their family.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're actually helping people explain.
Yeah. I want to address that. Then we'll get into, you are actually you have to realize that a lot of these people, these houses are problems for them.
I gotta say what this person said on TikTok.
Yeah.
About, depending on if I have enough gas to get to that $4.
What is that?
He said.
Oh, they can't even afford the $4.
No.
He got to first get there to get there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like the $5 close to.
Hey, you gotta go. I got one of my homeboys. He'll $5 tank to death. You know what I'm saying? That ain't working right now. Uh-huh. I know. They took me out court. Hey, they're $5 tank to death, man. But anyway, so people sell houses for all types of reasons. I'll give you some scenarios. You tell me whether I'm taking advantage or if they're being taken advantage of. All right. Man, it's too many I think about. Okay, this couple. House burnt down. They already got the money from the insurance. They're not going to build back there. They sold me the lot. I actually think I overpaid for it, but we'll see. Lot I actually paid for it. Didn't try to wholesale, just paid for it. For $8,000. Again, I feel I overpaid for it, but I did get them to come off their initial price of $15,000. I still feel I overpaid for it. So they have no intentions of ever building there. So what do I supposed to do? Give you another example. Well, this is going to be very common. The house simply needs too many repairs and they do not have the money to fix it. So the longer it goes, the more money it's going to cost to repair it, because houses will continue. It's amazing, and I would love to see. I'm sure there's a video on YouTube somewhere. The physics behind why a house will continue to deteriorate if no one goes in and out of it. You know, versus it's just sitting there. If you don't do anything to it and just going in and out of it, basically living in it, versus just sitting there, why does it deteriorate so much faster just sitting there, right? But my point is, the longer it sits there, the more it's going to cost, and they simply do not have the money to fix it. So they just supposed to keep it, keep paying taxes on it, or sell it to get what they can get out of it and help that particular neighborhood, not that eyesore sitting there. Or am I supposed to just give them the money to fix it? Is that what we're supposed to do? Is that what we're doing?
What would
To
Jesus
make the
do?
world a better place. Just playing.
What would Jesus do?
Okay, that's a good question. Now,
I'm just playing with you.
no. I don't know what Jesus was doing that situation. What would Jesus do on that? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
we ain't gonna go down that road, but I don't know what he would do in that situation. That's a good
Man,
question.
I
I
don't
was thinking about that.
Jesus wasn't no punk. He might have got the money from the deal and
and
gave out some more fish and
Yeah,
bread.
so
child.
whatever, how you fit, right. But anyway, my point is, nobody's twisting nobody's arm to sell these houses, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's a whole process you have to go through to make this happen.
You have to agree on a price.
It's not just like selling a car. We just do it, you know what I'm saying? It's over with. It's a whole process you have to go through. Yeah, like you going to Walmart, just say, why don't you just give this to me? Don't I'm hungry.
That'd be so nice.
Why is it okay for Walmart, to buy and sell, you know what I'm saying, sell what they want to sell, and I can't do it? And you say, well, I don't go to, well, you go somewhere where you buy something. Unless you off the grid. You can't be off the grid because you're watching me.
Facts. All right. This one says, how do you feel about
I
Brad?
don't know if I answered that or not, but whatever.
You did good. How do you feel about Brad Smotherman and his method? Do you know who that is?
No idea who that is.
I don't know him in our
What up,
Mariah
man?
Carey voice. Can you wholesale in Hawaii?
Most definitely. It's in the United States of America.
America. Let's see. This one says, when wholesaling on market, how long am I required to close? Is it 10 days or less?
You mean when the property is listed with an agent? It's whatever you negotiate. It's no different as to with an agent or not. It's whatever you negotiate. Normally, I don't advise you doing anything for less than 30 days. A contract for less than 30 days. I don't advise that. You try to get more if you can, but I don't advise it.
All right. This one came from BB. They said, I have a buyer that's willing to pay up front and on the back end of the sale. How much percentage would you charge them?
A buyer that's willing to do what now?
Pay up front and on the back end of the sale.
I don't know. I don't understand. You
I
mean
guess
before they pull a title or anything, they just want to give you some money?
I guess so.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit more clear on that. You got you one. You got one. Congrats.
Keep them around. This one says, I'm concerned about getting. Oh, we already answered that. Let's see. It says, do you know where I could get a contract for wholesaling self-storage for facilities?
That's just a Google search away. You can find a template for that.
All right. This one says, can I use your contract for wholesaling mobile homes?
Well, yeah, because if you wholesale a mobile home, if land is attached to it, if the lot is attached to it. Now, if it's on a mobile home park, that's different. But you're really wholesaling the land per se, not the mobile home. It's just a part of it. Because the mobile home is more like an automobile transaction. If it's just the mobile home itself and it has to be moved, or it maybe even if it was in a mobile home park. Only if land is attached to it. Because that's really what you're wholesaling.
All right. This one says, how much does it usually cost on average to open escrow at a title company as a wholesaler?
That'll depend if, well, let me just say this. If you want them to go ahead and start doing the title work, then that's going to vary from $300 to maybe $600, depending on the market or whatever. They're not, again, if you don't have a relationship with them, they may want their money up front. But I don't recommend doing that until you have a buyer in place, or whatever. So now you're in, I think California, you have to almost, I don't understand that process or whatever, but really you need to wait until you get a buyer, because they may not want to use who you're using. Unless you're forced into it where they want to verify the earnest money, you're going to have to put it with somebody. So.
Okay. This one says, can you explain the pros and cons of an option contract?
An option contract. Well, it just depends on if you have an exclusive option. Hopefully the verbiage will allow and I hadn't done a lot of that, so let me just say that first of all. It will allow, it'll still act almost like a purchase and sales agreement where they really can't sell it to anyone else. If it's a non-exclusive, then they sell it where you don't produce a buyer, then you can get easily, well, I guess not really froze out the deal, but your efforts could go unwarranted, meaning that, they found that buyer on their own, then you're out of it and you spend that time, but you may go in there with that understanding. But an option, a lot of times, gives you the ability to get some equitable interest in a property with very little commitment to it. So it just depends. Again, I hadn't done a lot of that or whatever. I personally prefer to purchase and sales agreement if I'm going to enter into agreement to make sure that I have a chance to do what I'm going to do, whether to buy it, a wholesaler, or whatever. So option is an option to purchase real estate.
All right, this is on Instagram. Do you still have the personal training? Are you still connected with Renikia or Friend?
Yes and yes. Yes and yes.
Let's see. This one says, question, what has been your fastest and best deal ever?
I think 8 days, 40,000. 8 days, 40,000. I think I've done some stuff faster, but nothing with that type of money on it.
All right, this one says, I have a deal where there are literally 4 middlemen. Should I even proceed with this?
No. Those are tough.
All right, Larry Ruffin from YouTube said, how can I get other new wholesalers to stop calling me from my bandit signs, asking me how much I would give them for this house? They are trying to get me to do the math for a great deal.
Well, don't look at it that way, that they're bothering you. Those cats are out there putting some effort in. Now, it may be untrained effort, but you never know. They may stumble into a property. So give them what they want. If you know what the offer needs to be, guess what? Some of them may go back to a seller and they accept it. And that may be an opportunity for you. So just look at it as potential to a network. You never know who you're going to meet that can you all can create win-wins for each other.
All right. This one says Big T. We ain't never heard of them before. They said, I'm trying to get started. I bought the ebook and I want to get the ultimate package deal. I'm gonna put everything I got into this. Okay. This one says, when a seller wants to use their own contract, would you agree to use their contract?
Never.
No.
That's a deal breaker.
How do they sign up for coaching?
You just have to text me and I'll send you the information on it.
Okay. This one says, I just would like to know how much percent would you ask off the deal?
Well, there's a formula to do that. Figure out what's the deal. I have calculators to help you with that. Just text the letters GD to the number here.
All right. Kedrick Riggins said, the motivated sellers aren't my issue. It's the motivated buyers.
Is it really? So give me an example of a deal that you have.
Okay. This one says, can you virtually wholesale a property without being present? Yes.
That's the pure definition of virtual.
Mm-hmm.
You're not there.
Who would I hire if I needed to hire someone to assess the property?
That's part of what you need to learn how to do yourself. Again, this video here will explain how to do that. Text GD. You can't hire someone to do that every time you need to evaluate a deal. You have to know how to do that yourself.
So they're asking if they're not in the same place as the property.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Tool. You use the same tools to evaluate a property if it was next door to you.
Mm-hmm.
You use the same information.
Okay, this is a question we get pretty frequently. What's up, Flip and fam? I appreciate the free game. Not to be in your pockets, but have you crossed 1 million?
And you read it too.
Yep.
No, I wouldn't answer that.
I don't know why y'all keep doing it.
What is 10 million, 100 million? I wouldn't answer that. I feel like I would be bragging, and I'm not. That's totally against
that's not your personality.
My personality. You know what I'm saying?
That's a safe bet.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be bragging, even if it's fat, whatever. So
You want anybody to follow me?
Yes, they probably anyway, got all that stuff on the car or whatever. But I'm trying to think about not getting rid of that. I don't go nowhere now. I don't get recognized. I don't like that at all. I ain't saying I don't, because anybody that met them, I, engage with them immediately or whatever. But I don't like to.
It's probably the shirts.
People that be looking at you and be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I may be doing something I ain't got no business doing, you know what I'm saying? So
that means you need to act right.
I need to be free out here.
No. That means act right. It's probably the shirts. I think the shirts are
that'd be like
the giveaway.
They'd be like the identifier, like, oh yeah.
But yeah, the shirts is really what tell on you.
Yeah.
They get some regular t-shirts. Yeah. Okay. This person, they just want to know how much would you charge off of the sale. So you have to do the comps. And
what?
How much do you charge? Would you charge off the sale?
Oh, how much? How they determine how much money they're going to make?
Yeah.
This again, I had to clear this back up. This
right.
Explains that.
Mm-hmm.
It explains that.
This one says, "Hey Ty, I want to get started. Where's the best place to get bandit signs?"
The best place to get bandit signs? Just text me on that.
Text the 205-964-5243 number. What's the first 5 things I should focus on in wholesaling?
The first 5 things you should focus on in wholesaling. So this is starting from 0. The first, you need to educate yourself, and the other 4 will appear. But no, I'm just tripping. First 5 things is to educate yourself. And after you educate yourself, now it's time to choose choose the area of your market or markets you're going to target or cities you're going to target. From there, how am I going to generate leads, right? How much time am I going to be able to, you probably need to know that before you even think about the lead. How much time I'm going to be able to dedicate this based on my current schedule, work, family, whatever, right? And then you determine how are you going to market your business for sellers and buyers. And from there, the next thing is obviously to take action. I think that's 5.
All right, this is on TikTok, I think. Yes, this is on TikTok. I have a house next door under contract for $113K, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but I can't find a buyer. Any suggestions?
What's the ARV? I would have to know that before, again, here you go. This video here is going to tell you if you're going barking up the right tree or not. Right here.
They're also looking just to build a buyer's list. So how can they go about doing that?
Build a buyer's list?
Yeah.
Here's a simple way. Boom. Blah, 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 blah.
All right. Let's see. Kedrick, he asked, he was one who said that he was having a hard time finding buyers. He said that he has 2 contracts right now and he posts on Facebook, Instagram, eBay, OfferUp, and etc., but nothing.
That didn't answer my question.
Yeah, he wants to know like what kind of deals you have on
Yeah, well, what
contract.
are the numbers?
Like,
What's
are they
what's the ARV? What's the price?
are they attractive deals? Because that
Yeah.
might be why you're not finding motivated buyers.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one says, I'm wholesaling a house, taking a smaller fee up front and making a percentage off the sale once the buyer flips it. I'm trying to determine what's a good fair percentage. Yes. That's why he said
What is
text GD to the number.
Yeah, text GD to the number that video is going to explain. And yesterday I posted a new video with some guys with a tool to help you comp land, determine the value of land, just like with houses. In order for you to know if you have a good deal or not, you have to know the end game, right? What is it worth or whatever. So text RAW, RAW, to the number to see that video from yesterday. If you're interested in land, which I strongly advise. What was the question?
No, that wasn't a question. It was more of a statement.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How long we in? Okay, we good. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I don't have them anymore anyway.
What you got, Kimbo?
Same question as you are.
Okay,
Hold on.
that's fine. I'll do the topic. I'll let you guys go ahead.
I'm just doing this because I already put it up. When you buying a commercial property, is it the same process? Can I use the contract and can I still use $10 earnest money deposit?
No, it's a different ball game. No. You can find commercial property under 100,000. Normally, there's a reason for that, but normally there's 6-figure transactions. Everybody involved are investors. Versus when we deal on houses, you may be the only investor involved, dealing with you and the seller, and sometimes even the buyer may be their first deal or whatever. So, but with commercial, everybody involved is an investor, right? So $10 is not going to work, right? 1,000 in a lot of cases may not work. It just depends on the property. So then the paperwork, not as big of a deal because just even with houses, there's plenty of templates out there that you could download. You just need to get something that you understand. So you may not know any of the terms in commercial. Guess what? Google's a powerful tool. Any word you don't know, research it till you understand it. You might read an additional definition. You may not understand any of the terms there. Guess what you do then? You box on it. You research those words also until you get it. That's part of the process of education. But once you get it, you can be an expert because you've done it the ground roots way to learn something or whatever. But to answer those questions, yeah, you got a long way to go. If you're answering them questions, you ain't do your research, do your homework. If you're asking with $10 work on a commercial property, it may, but in most cases, no. So you got to do your homework.
Topic.
All right, this is.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
This is on Instagram. What list would you suggest is best for leads on property?
What you looking for?
Oh, list. Text list. This video will explain.
All right, last one on TikTok. Is your ARV 80 or 70?
In most cities, 70. In most.
All right. You want to do the topic?
Yeah, we can do the topic. Today's topic is when a motivated seller says this, how does this work? You should say this. We buy houses as is. We normally close in 2 to 4 weeks. We pay all closing costs minus any unpaid taxes, mortgages, or liens. That answers the majority of their questions. Thank you. That's it. You're an investor. They may actually say, well, do you have a website? What's the name of your business? You may not have either one of those. So the first one, do you have a website? Nope. I'm not that tech. I'm tech. I'm not that technical, but we'll eventually get one. What's the name of your business? John Brown. If that's your name, I'm just trying to feed my family. I'll get to establishing a business entity right now. I have a little change, and we want to do some things. Do you want to sell? Yeah, hey, you don't have to have all that going on. All that stuff ain't always existed, and people still been buying and selling real estate or whatever. So, but yeah, so it's basically it. Just that's how you explain what you do. You buy houses or buy real estate as is. You normally close in 2 to 4 weeks. You pay all closing costs minus any unpaid taxes, mortgages, or liens, which means they don't have to pay any fees. Let's do a deal.
All right.
Oh boy.
You want to do some more?
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we've been rolling almost an hour. Okay. They about to warm up here next door, so we don't want to get any copyright infringements. Am I saying that? That's the correct term. Let's explain that. Yeah. So you want to check out the video from yesterday that I posted? New video. Text raw to this number, and you'll think you'll really learn some things there, especially if you want to start targeting this land, which I strongly suggest you do. Been good to me recently, so it can be good to you too. I don't want to officially say it's easier than the houses, but I'm almost there. I need to do a few more, right? So I'm giving you the juice. Don't be a year from now. Dang, he was saying that a whole year from now, just like I did with TikTok, and Gary Vee was saying 2 years before I got on there. You need to pay attention to this app. You need to pay attention. I went there and I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. But once I actually consumed it for about 30 minutes after 2 years later, I'm like, wow, I get it. I get it. Could have been one of the early ones on there. 2 or 3 million followers. We got a measly 290 something. So don't be one of them on this land, my point. That's my point. So, but anyway, so yeah, so if you didn't get your question answered, post it in the comment section of any video, and I'll answer it. I answer those pretty much on a daily basis. This will go into replay mode on all of the platforms. We're on TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook 2 or 3 times. What else we on?
Pinterest. We ain't live on Pinterest, but we're on there. So follow us on Pinterest. Got some stuff going on there. Twitch, on that too, whatever. LinkedIn. You said LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yeah. And so it is hot in Birmingham, Alabama. Today I got here. I can say whatever I want to now. Today when we got here, it was I got here about 8 something. I got here 8 something. It felt like it was 90 already.
It did.
Oh yeah, it's 94 right now.
It felt like that this morning. It was so thick, the humidity. Oh, but it's beautiful. But it's so beautiful. Yeah. We know what the alternative is. All right. So anyway, so what you about to say, Ken? Okay. Well, enough of me rambling, guys. I know you don't want to hear nothing about this stuff going on here, this podunk town. Anyway, so we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Nothing else. We'll see you on the FLIPSIDE.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know 205.